I do think it's possible, although very slight, that a person could be doing this. A very, very, very sick person.
Right.
But they would have to know, again, how to cover up all their tracks and all of the evidence. Kind of reminds me of Jack the Ripper a little bit.
Shut the fuck up. I was just going to say this has a real Ripper vibe to it.
Yeah, like an in and out, very little evidence anyone was there. And
it's
surgical.
in the dark and somehow still has this like surgical precision.
Yeah. Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, Cassie.
Hi, creepy people.
Hello.
This is PNW Haunts and Homicides, where we chat about true crime, the paranormal, and anything spooky in the Pacific Northwest.
We do a tarot reading at the end of every episode for deeper insight into the topic. So if you're into that, stick around.
So, Caitlin, I wrote this first line and I kind of realized maybe I said it the exact same way back in episode 9 and 10 when we talked about UFOs.
What?
But I'm going to read it again anyway.
Do it.
So when you think about UFOs, I'm sure most people think about Area 51 in Nevada, Roswell in New Mexico, Sedona, Arizona. But the majority of encounters are being reported to the National UFO Reporting Center, also known as NUFORC.
NUFORC.
Located in the small town of Harrington, Washington.
What?
It's about 4 hours east of Seattle. The population as of 2021 is a whopping 444.
What? Okay, well, that seems, I don't know. That put a pin in that. That's
444 is a good number, I think. Not a lot of people for a town, though.
It's not.
We actually linked to NUFORC back in episodes 9 and 10.
Oh.
Yeah, because I wanted people to know where they needed to report their UFO sightings other than, emailing us.
That makes sense. That was over 100 episodes ago.
Oh my God, that's crazy. I know.
I can't be expected to remember that.
Wow.
It's a good thing you're sharing this again.
So we haven't talked about UFOs and aliens in a long time. So I figured, we'd bring it back around since we just were at UFO Fest in McMinnville.
We were. Feels like just yesterday.
Yeah, it does. I feel like a lot has happened since then, but also I feel like I was just there and I'm tired. Now, Caitlin, if you were to guess how many people it would take to run a center where as of 2022, approximately 180,000 reports have been filed in their 49 years of operation.
I feel like it'd be a few.
You'd think. Well, you were probably wrong because 2 men run this place.
What?
It actually started with only one guy back in 1974. His name was Bob Gribble. It's Gribble. Gribble?
Yeah, Gribble.
Bob Gribble was a Seattle firefighter who had a curiosity with ufology. Is it ufology or ufology?
I was like, is that a serious question?
Ufology, right?
Ufology.
Okay.
I mean, right?
I think so. Bob Gribble was a Seattle firefighter who had a curiosity with ufology that he just could not ignore.
I mean,
under Bob's reign, NUFORC gained credibility. Even the police, military, and pilots knew the phone number.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
What? Yeah, they had his number, so they knew where to report things, which they did.
I mean, that's smart. They're a lot of times the ones that are reporting some of the unknown, suspicious.
Right, especially the pilots.
Yeah.
Back then, it was mostly recorded phone calls and snail mail.
Does anyone even know where to buy stamps anymore? Like,
I think the post office, also Costco.
No, I mean, I know that, but I'm thinking of our younger audience.
What's a stamp?
What's a stamp?
We send snail mail out to people if you sign up for the Patreon. Just throwing that out there.
It's true. We know how because we're old.
We get our stamps from Costco at a discount. But they were able to gather a huge amount of data just from the phone calls and the mail.
I bet.
In 1974, the current center director, now 75-year-old Peter Davenport, took on the massive responsibility. Joined by CTO, that is Chief Technology Officer.
Okay, I'm glad you explained.
I didn't know what it was either.
Okay.
I Googled it. Christian Stepien in 1995.
I like the Davenport guy.
Yeah, I do too. Turns out he's a pretty cool dude.
Of course he is.
He runs a freaking UFO reporting center. How could he not be?
I mean, yes, also that, but his last name is Davenport. Come on.
Peter was very much connected to his life's work, having had encounters of his very own with the unexplained throughout his life, beginning in childhood.
Oh boy.
His dedication to the collection of extraterrestrial reports are hopefully the answer to, quote, probably the most important scientific question ever to confront mankind, end quote.
I mean, who's going to argue with that?
Right.
Not me.
The only way we're going to find out is by all the data, right?
Yeah. I don't know. How else do you science?
Actually, someone sent me a video. The title is Las Vegas Family Claims to See Aliens After Several Report Something Falling from the Sky. And the police took it seriously because they also saw something falling from the sky.
Oh, shit.
So we'll link the YouTube video. But so the people who were calling 911 to report this said that they saw beings in their backyard about 8 feet tall.
No, thank you.
Yeah, that's crazy. So we'll link it for everyone and I'll send it to Caitlin later.
Great.
So she can be terrified.
8 feet tall?
That's what they said.
That's like twice as tall as me.
That's true.
I mean, not quite, but I'm pretty close.
You're so short.
I really am.
Okay. Is anyone curious how Peter Davenport ended up in Harrington, Washington?
He didn't grow up there?
No, he did not.
Okay.
Well, you should be curious because this thread was worth the pull and led to a couple more cool tidbits that I had to include. So bear with the tangents here. So apparently one thing on Peter's bucket list was owning a Cold War nuclear missile silo.
Okay.
Isn't that on everyone's bucket list?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Well, he made his dang old dream come true for $100,000 in 2006.
Oh, is that all?
That's it.
Great.
I feel like that's pretty cheap for a missile silo.
Yeah, I probably.
I don't know. Maybe no one wants them. I don't know.
Yeah,
You guys, I don't know.
Someone get back to us. Let us know. What's the going rate?
For missile silos.
Yeah.
About an hour northeast of Harrington is the Fairchild Air Force Base near Spokane, Washington.
Oh, Spokane.
Spokane.
Just so everyone knows, it is Spokane.
Spokane. I know it's very confusing with the English language being what it is.
Yeah.
But it's Spokane.
I mean, lots of people who speak English but happen to live on the East Coast.
Spokane. Just remember that.
Yes, we can.
The base was a nuclear target during the Cold War, and Peter's new purchase was one of the 9 missile silos in the area.
That feels like kind of a lot.
That's a lot.
It's quite a few.
I thought it was interesting, too, that we just learned from our interview with James about Hanford, where they were producing plutonium for missiles. That is about 145 miles southwest of Spokane near Richland.
Why is Washington so much spookier all of a sudden?
I don't know. The Cold War will do that. Fun fact, the room where the missile was kept is called the coffin.
Okay. I mean, accurate?
I think so, yeah. Okay, I'm going to swerve out of my lane here a little bit. I hope nobody named Caitlin minds.
Okay.
Okay, prepare yourself.
Oh, God.
Cassie does true crime.
I can never be prepared.
A man named Ralph H. Benson owned the old silo before Peter. He not only owned it, actually, he lived in it.
Okay.
In 2002, a taxman came a-knockin'. His name was Roger Erdman, and he was there to investigate Benson's business records. I like to write tongue tires for myself. Is that what they're called? Tongue tires?
I mean, tongue twisters.
Tongue twisters.
Yeah.
I don't know why I do this to myself, but here we are.
That was a tough one. But
God.
The writing was on the wall. I feel like this is true crime all over.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Ralphie didn't appreciate this man's showing up to do his job. How dare he?
I mean...
So his very unreasonable reaction was to shoot poor Roger in the head.
Oh, okay. Well...
So he very clearly was doing illegal things.
Yeah, so we probably need to talk about, managing our emotions.
Yeah. Or maybe just like don't do illegal things so tax people show up to bust you.
I mean, you could start there.
Poor guy. He was literally just doing his job. Just coming, for some auditing. And he just,
Nobody likes to be audited.
Yeah. No one does. But, don't shoot people over it. Jeez.
Yeah. Some people react a little strongly.
A little crazy. Unfortunately, he did not just stop at shooting Roger. He did horrible things to his body that no one is prepared to hear me talk about. But they found many parts in a town 40 miles away.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Ralph was convicted of first-degree murder, but he died behind bars in 2004.
Okay. Well, I mean, seems like he was where he needed to be.
Yeah, I think so. I wonder if prison was more comfortable than the missile silo.
Kind of a coin toss.
It's hard to say. Okay, so circling back to aliens, UFOs, UAPs, whatever you want to say. There's a cool map of UFO sightings in the US, and it's kind of cool to see all of the hot spots. So I'll link it for you guys. Okay, so now I'm totally switching gears here to talk about another unexplained occurrence that is linked to aliens. Little trigger warning. It does involve animals. I'm so sorry.
And I was going to scold you because, listen, you should be saying allegedly. Allegedly it involves aliens.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You are right. I did a naughty thing just now, and I attributed crimes to aliens, and that is not right. I should not have done that. Thank you.
Innocent.
Thank you.
Until proven guilty.
I don't want any aliens mad at me for accusing them of crime.
Yeah. I feel like they may have a different type of justice / retaliation.
Yeah. I mean, I did say it was linked to aliens. I didn't say for sure the aliens did it, but we'll get into it.
Listen, I'm just trying to cover my / your ass.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cover my ass, baby. I did touch on this briefly in episodes 9 and 10, and I said we would talk about it at another time. Well, we have arrived to that other time, creepy people, and we're going to be talking about cattle mutilation.
No.
Yay.
Oh, I mean, yay.
That was sarcasm.
Oh, okay.
America is no stranger to this phenomena. There have been thousands of reports since the 70s throughout the U.S. There have even been reports from Canada, London, and as early as 1904 in Australia.
Ooh.
In Australia, though, their issues were with sheep.
Oh.
But the descriptions of how they were found are very, very similar to the cattle mutilation reports.
All right.
In the central Oregon counties of Crook, Harney, and Wheeler, several recent reports in the last 5 years have brought this strange occurrence back into the media.
No, thank you, please.
Too bad. They did not name specific cities, but kind of the main cities in these counties are Prineville, Burns, and Fossil. So you kind of get a sense of the area. And that's about 3 hours southeast of Portland.
It's probably not far enough for me.
Definitely not far enough. Not for cattle mutilation. I don't want that anywhere in my state.
Mm-mm.
The most recent 7 cases have been in Crook County in 2021. Mm-hmm. As far as I know, from the articles I found, I didn't find anything more recent than that. But that's far too recent.
I don't like it.
Now we're going to talk about what they mean when they say these cattle were mutilated. I know, but we have to. Okay. It's important. Farmers report finding their cattle with no obvious signs of how they died. They have no blood in or around their bodies. They appear to have clean incisions made to remove eyes or tongues or sex organs. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Why does anyone want those?
That's what everyone wants to know. Although most of the cattle that have been found in this horrific manner are bulls, there is one instance where a cow was found with 3 udders and the left cheek removed, but the eyes were still left in. It's bizarre. No one knows what to make of it. And what makes this even more curious is those are normally the first things to get eaten by birds and bugs and things.
Yeah.
So the fact that those were still intact and other pieces were missing, it's just a little odd.
Almost like it was intentional.
Mm-hmm. Weird.
I hate it.
One thing I noticed too while reading through all of these articles is a lot of the reports said specifically the left cheek was removed.
Okay. Is that, well, you're probably going to tell me, but is that significant
I
for
don't
some
know.
reason?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was really weird that only the left cheek was removed. Like, what's wrong with the right cheek?
Maybe they photograph better on...
Ew.
You know what? That's...
Stop thinking about it.
Okay.
As I'm going to keep talking about it.
Great. Should be easy.
That brings me to my next point. There were never any tracks found around these dead cattle. Human, animal, or vehicle. No bullets, no bullet holes, no bite marks, or any other evidence of how the animals passed away on or around the body. It's very strange because you would expect to see at least some little critter tracks, having a little snack, or it's like a scavenger's job to find that shit, Like they're really good at that job.
It's kind of
their
thing.
Only job.
Yeah. You had one job.
One job. Eat the fucking cattle. They did find one with 2 patches of hair missing. One patch from the stomach and one from the chest area with a puncture mark in the middle.
What?
One was found with a cut down its spine.
Oh.
Like things that would not happen naturally or by any animal or any bug that they know of. I'm not an expert in this area, but experts have looked at it and tried to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
I literally am saying that right now. Police and veterinarians have investigated the animals and they're stumped. Even they can't find any evidence to point towards a cause of death. Journalist and paranormal investigator Linda Moulton Howe is convinced these strange deaths are caused by extraterrestrials. Her research began in 1979, and she claims that many of these cattle mutilation reports correlate with the reports of seeing unexplained lights in the sky.
Okay.
So she dug. She did her research.
Are they laser lights?
I don't know.
And that explains like the shh.
Maybe. Oh, God. I didn't think about that. That's a theory. Caitlin was talking about the laser beams.
Just slicing.
Slicing, yeah. She made a shh and sliced with her hand, but that doesn't translate well for audio. So,
yeah. Thank you, Cassie.
You're welcome.
You are my, this is an audio medium translator.
I'm going to mansplain it to you. Okay.
ADHD knows no format.
Now, I didn't see any accounts of any lights in the sky from the farmers or the police that investigated these specific Oregon cases.
Why not?
I don't know.
What are they covering up?
Maybe they just didn't see them, is what I'm going to go with.
They're walking around like, I don't see nothing because I got my hands over my eyeballs.
I think they're pretty small towns over there too, so maybe there's just not enough people to see. I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm not saying there was no lights, Just no one saw them or they're not saying anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I thought all of her investigations were pretty interesting. And she has a book called An Alien Harvest. And she was also on Ancient Aliens. So that tells you a lot right there.
I think so. Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything else. This is definitely something that I think is well known in the alien believer community. Remember, I talked about my earrings that was a UFO abducting a cow.
'Twas.
Yes. And that image is all over the place. So it's a pretty well-known thing, alien cows. Some people theorize that they're abducting them, experimenting on them, and putting them back, kind of like what they theorize happens with humans.
But I bet the cows are more interesting.
They might be. I'm also fascinated by the fact that these cattle's sex organs were removed. I didn't go into full detail with that, but because it's not great. But it makes me think of all of the people that, say they've been probed. And I'm trying not to make a joke about it because it's kind of like a icky thing.
Yeah, it's real ick.
It's real icky.
It's yuck. It's eek. I don't care for that.
People argue that the cows can die of natural causes in the way the body decomposes and all of the buggy things that happen. That's a really scientific term.
Mm-hmm.
Can cause illusion of bloodlessness and mutilation. But on the other side of that argument, these farmers making the reports know their farm. They know their animals and what is normal and what isn't. I bet they've seen many cows pass away and what that looks like.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure all of them died with all of their blood.
Right.
Somebody get Gil Grissom on the phone.
There is a way they explained it where the cattle could look like they don't have any blood. I didn't go into it because it's a lot, but you guys can read the article about it if you would like to know more.
So when they say that they have no blood, it's like an appearance of no blood, but it's not necessarily that they've like actually opened up the animal to like verify.
I would assume they opened up the animal.
Like why?
Yeah. Because they're reporting bloodlessness. So I'm going to go with it is bloodlessness and not the illusion.
Right.
So I just kind of want to give people both sides.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that's fair. Honestly, if they had blood still in their bodies and their bodies were then open to the outside, how is there no blood like all over?
Yeah, I don't remember quite how they described why that happens, but I don't know.
Yeah, but that's so bizarre.
It is very weird.
Whole case, scientists.
They did say also too that the animals and bugs and things, they eat like the soft tissue and then it can kind of stretch and appear to be like a precise cut. But I just feel like it wouldn't, I don't know. I feel like it wouldn't look like that.
Yeah, I just feel like
they would know the difference, the farmers and the veterinarians.
Probably. And if that was the case, we have all different types of species that are being like their carcass, their corpse is being exposed to very similar conditions.
Mm-hmm.
So why are we only seeing that? I've never heard of a human body or any other type of species.
I don't know.
Maybe I know nothing.
And I don't think the timeline is like these cows were, in the field for like a week before they were found. Like they were counting them and knew, they knew one was missing. And yeah. So I don't know.
Conspiracy.
These mutilations have also been linked to satanic worship.
Oh, you mean the satanic panic that was mostly panic?
Is still happening, apparently, which blows my mind. But that's total bullshit. So I personally don't even want to entertain it or go down that road.
Yeah, I mean, it's either bored.
It's silly.
High school students or...
But they would leave traces behind. Like if this was satanic worship, you would know. Like there would be a trace left behind, I would think.
Satanists don't do shit like this.
Yeah.
Also, can we just, maybe here's the blanket thing that everybody just needs to understand is that, like, not us.
They don't sacrifice animals. Like, get over it. It's not a thing. It didn't happen.
You know what religion does? Almost every other one at some point in history.
I believe it.
Pretty much. I don't know. What ifs?
I do think it's possible, although very slight, that a person could be doing this. A very, very, very sick person.
Right.
But they would have to know, again, how to cover up all their tracks and all of the evidence. So it kind of reminds me of Jack the Ripper a little bit.
Shut the fuck up. I was just going to say this has a real Ripper vibe to it.
Yeah, like an in and out, very little evidence anyone was there. And
it's
surgical.
in the dark and somehow still has this like surgical precision.
Yeah. Do you think it's Jack the Ripper's ghost?
I mean, maybe.
I mean,
it's just as viable a theory as any other.
As the satanic worship one. Yeah.
Honestly, I would buy into a Jack the Ripper as a ghost over, satanic rituals.
Right. I agree. I mean, the only good thing that comes out of that is, I guess it's cows instead of humans, which is,
Yeah. Bro, do you want PETA all up in your ass?
No, nobody does.
Because that is how you get PETA all up in your ass.
Ooh, watch out, ghosts.
Speaking of probing.
The only thing we do know for certain is that it is affecting locals in a very real way. The farmers are losing money, especially when they lose a bull, which I guess those are worth quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it's definitely disturbing that no one can figure out the cause. How do you fix it if you don't even know what the heck is happening?
Yeah. Traumatizing, and then the financial aspect of it.
That's hard.
Cattle ranching is already a really, really tough thing. I mean, financially, to come out ahead in that endeavor, it's a tough one.
So it's fucked up. So hopefully humans aren't doing this. But also, like, what? Oh my God, what is? I also don't want it to be like an alien or a cryptid or something.
No, thank you.
Well, do you guys know what it is? Should we see if the tarot knows what it is?
Yeah.
Even though we don't solve things with tarot. We've made that clear.
Well, I mean, if it's paranormal.
That's true.
Honestly, even if it's true crime, like, if you give us the answer, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth.
Right. I'm not going to not accept it.
Just saying.
Tarot.
As indie podcasters, we love to show our support of other awesome shows. So stay tuned for the promo we've got to share with you this week.
Let's show them some love. You can find their info in our show notes.
Hey, this is Whitney.
And this is Melissa from Cults, Crimes, and Cabernet. We wanted to share some exciting news with you. On our journey of navigating advocacy through this true crime space, we believe that the name Cults, Crimes, and Cabernet no longer reflects our position on ethical true crime content.
As much as we have grown to love our original name and our journey to get here, our evolution from that first glass of wine between friends to meeting with family members, survivors, and fellow case advocates has forever changed our stance.
We're committed to amplifying the voices of victims, survivors, and experts who are fighting for justice and change in the criminal justice system. We're here to empower you to also become advocates for change, no matter where or who you are.
That being said, we would like to introduce you to our new name, Navigating Advocacy.
We invite you to join us in navigating advocacy through the murky waters of true crime. Let's make a difference together.
We'll see you next week on Navigating Advocacy, available wherever you get your podcasts.
You guys, we're back! And don't worry, we did get more wine.
Well, of course.
So I couldn't wear my earrings for the video, but we have them beautifully displayed for you because, you know, headphones and all. Alien shirt, alien man. Foot says, "We out here."
It's so cute.
That was my anniversary gift from Caitlin.
It was.
He came with us to UFO Fest. Okay, so we're doing tarot for these awful, terrible poor cows.
That's not great.
But also the UFO Center, so maybe it'll be something good. I feel like I'm more focused on the cows, though. Like, it's a mystery, man. Okay. Oh. Okay.
Okay.
We got the 9 of dice, which I think is pentacles, but we got it in the reverse, and it is a blob of shenanigans. An icky Stranger Things gooey blah, blah, creature.
Great. Love that. That's okay. No notes. Awesome. Yeah.
I mean, oh my God, is this all of the blood from the cows?
Okay. Well, I was a lot happier before you said that.
Oh, okay. I lied. Dice is swords.
Oh.
Because suit of spokes is pentacles. I think it's because it's like a spoke, you know, wheel.
Yeah.
And then dice is like your weapon, I guess.
Okay.
You know, in D&D.
Yeah.
So I lied. I apologize. It's swords.
Totes. Magoats, Jobin.
9 of swords.
9 of swords. Keywords: despair, isolation, sadness, fear, grief, and shame.
Wow.
So I have to go now. Bye.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Bye. Okay. Wow. The 9 of Swords shows extreme anxiety, nightmares, tension, unhappiness, regrets over past mistakes or misfortunes. In many decks, this card shows a person weeping while 9 great swords loom above him or her.
Ooh, I'd be interested to know how many cows were mutilated.
Oh.
I don't think it might have given me a number. I can't quite remember off the top of my head.
In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, a woman sits up in bed as if waking from a nightmare.
Ooh, so like nightmares too kind of remind me of alien abductions.
Yeah, definitely.
Also the nightmare of having your money, like your cattle, mutilated and murdered. Like that's your money source. And yeah, that's a nightmare.
Okay. Yuck. So many yucks. All of the ick. Because this suit represents mental activity, much of your suffering may be in your own mind.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't like that.
The first impression I got from the card was like it was the person doing these things. Because I don't know. I don't know if it's a person or not. I know there's no evidence of anyone being there.
I really dislike all of this.
Or maybe it's the aliens just being mean. Some of them. Not all of them. I'm sure not all of them are mean.
There's an extra excerpt and it's super short. Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. Okay.
Dang. That was deep. That
Bye.
was deep as fuck.
Bye. Okay, we got this in the reverse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. 9s signify completion, and the reversed 9 can point to the end of a crisis or a period of despair.
Well, that's very good news. That's extremely good news.
Yeah, especially for the bovine.
Yeah. Well, and the farmers.
Also those guys. You may have determined the root cause of your misery and are ready to deal with it. Perhaps you've stopped feeling sorry for yourself and are willing to make the changes necessary to repair the damage and move on.
Oh.
In some cases, this card may indicate getting professional help with a problem.
It almost makes me wonder if they like did figure out if someone was doing it and like how to stop it or something.
Yeah. That
interesting.
That's at least one very plausible explanation.
If anyone has any info, let me know.
Eek. Okay. In a reading about money, this card can mean you see where you made mistakes and begin the process of rebuilding after a loss.
Definitely rebuilding, but I don't know if it was a mistake made by them.
Yeah. It may be difficult to pull yourself out of your doldrums, but the reverse 9 suggests the worst is over.
Oh, that's great.
Don't give up.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, this is interesting.
Is it? Read it.
If the reading is about your job, you may have suffered as a result of someone else's jealousy, criticism, or nastiness.
Oh.
Uh-huh. However, this card encourages you to stand up for yourself and stop wallowing in fear or self-pity. It may also recommend changing jobs.
Yeah. Just, don't be a farmer anymore. It's fine.
Yeah, just stop doing that. Okay. In a reading about love, you may be examining a relationship deeply to decide if it's worth staying or if you'd be better off leaving.
I mean, I bet that was kind of on their minds, the farmers, when this is all going down. Like, do I do this or do I just shut it down?
Holy crap. Sometimes being alone is preferable to remaining in an unhappy situation.
Dang.
Be honest. You may have deceived yourself for a while.
Wow.
What?
I don't know. That kind of like all of this is telling me maybe it was a human doing it.
Cassie.
What?
You are literally going to lose your mind. Extra excerpt. There are very few monsters who warrant the fear we have of them.
What? That's it?
Uh-huh.
That is it. That is so interesting.
That is like meant for aliens.
Yeah. I don't want to fear aliens though.
Right.
Like I fear humans more. Like, I don't know though.
That statement and that
mm-hmm.
Whew. Wow.
Damn. Okay, was that it?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, I want to read what's in here.
Whew.
Because this is interesting, I think. So it says, for the reverse, it says upside down because it's in the upside down. You have worked through something significant, recovering from a possession, perhaps.
Oh my God. So like, is it or isn't it?
I don't know.
I feel like.
What if a bad alien, because I'm sure aliens are like us. There's murdering aliens. What if a murdering alien possessed a human?
I hate you so much right now.
I'm sorry.
No. If aliens, no, keep reading.
There's got to be bad aliens and good aliens.
No. If they're real, they're all good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Because they're more evolved than us.
Mm-hmm. Obviously. Not hard. What? Like it's hard?
So you're recovering from something and are finally starting to feel at peace. Congratulate yourself on facing your fears and hang on for the sensation. I'm sorry, that wasn't right. And hang on to the sensation of relief as a reminder for yourself the next time anxiety gets the better of you when you reflect. Were things as scary as you thought they'd be?
Always. Sometimes scarier.
Or was most of it in your head? So yeah, this is kind of, dang, I don't know. I'm getting the vibe though that this is not an alien mystery, that this is a human mystery.
I mean, I think we both picked up on right away the word possession,
Mm-hmm.
but I think you can be possessed by fear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Something to think about for some people.
But it does seem the overall thing is like it's over.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it says 9 is of completion.
Oh, I hope so.
Okay.
I didn't see any other cattle mutilations reported.
Like ever?
Recent, not like when I was looking for things, these were all, there wasn't anything more recent than what I found. So.
Gotcha. Yeah. I feel like we probably have kind of a cursory awareness of it if that had happened.
I mean, if they're reporting on it anyway, if they're not, like, what am I going to do?
Who knows? Yeah.
Well, I think that was a good one.
Yeah. I feel like that really fit.
Mm-hmm. We'll definitely get pictures of all of this close up because I know it's kind of small, but there's my little...
Your little astronaut.
Astronaut 1, my little astronaut who's hanging on for dear life to the Space Needle because we were up in Washington for the New Fork stuff.
Yeah.
These are cool little alien-looking rocks that I had in my possession.
Oh. Oh, boy. Oh.
Well, should we get out of here?
I think so.
I think Caitlin's done with the cow mutilations and the murdering aliens.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
If you loved listening to that tarot reading and you want to see it and also see our super cute alien guy and all of our, super cute. I mean, I know you see it in the photos, but seeing it in the video is different, the altar. So become a member of our Patreon, where a video of every tarot read is uploaded with the ad-free version of the episode each week.
Patreon is a monthly subscription with a range of price points and benefits. Every member of our Patreon, I can't speak to other Patreon subscribers.
Exactly. It's good you cleared that up. Yeah.
Just ours.
I don't want to make promises on behalf of everyone else's Patreon memberships.
It's tricky,
but
you hate to make that mistake.
Yeah.
But our Patreon gets a personalized tarot reading and a welcome card.
Our Patreon members also get exclusive bonus episodes, and we just actually recorded one.
We did.
That's fun. If you can't support us with money, that cold, hard cash, the green stuff, the paper stuff, that stuff that's not real. If you can't support us with that, no worries, because the easiest ways to support are absolutely free.
Tell everyone and anyone, literally anyone. Do you know them? Doesn't matter. Tell them about our show.
Even Barack Obama?
Especially Barack Obama.
Everyone start sending Barack letters, emails, tweets, text messages if you have his number.
Is that a real thing? Can we tell people to send Barack Obama our podcast?
Why not? I mean, it can't. It's not like we're saying to don't harass him.
Yeah.
I mean, but you can, or you can leave us a 5-star review on any platform you're listening on, even ones maybe you don't listen to us on.
Go to all of them. Obviously.
Download every single podcast app to your phone. Follow us on every single one. Leave a review.
And then leave a review.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
It's not time consuming whatsoever.
It's not that hard. If you have any true crime, paranormal, or witchy stories to submit for our listener appreciation episodes, Creepy People Chronicles, please email us at, what's it called again? What do we call this? This whole thing?
I think it's PNW, Haunts and Homicides. It's not P and W. It's not PSW. It's not PPW. Hansen Homicides. I love Hansen. You're always welcome to remain anonymous. If you choose to send us a story, it could be about the time you saw the Hansons or
some other band that's famous that we're really into current day.
I guess it doesn't have to be a haunting story. It could be like, oh, I was bewitched by them. That counts. You said witch. They also don't have to be specifically from the Pacific Northwest. If they are, great. If they're not, that's cool too. We don't really care. We want all of the stories from anywhere.
All of them.
That rhymed.
Mm-hmm. Selfishly, I think you should just follow us on all of the socials. Not because I manage all of them or anything like that, but just, you want to.
Yeah. You get to see pictures of us when we go to the Barbie movie. That it was just me. But you get to see pictures of me at the Barbie movie.
I was there in spirit. Not with Cassie, but I was there in spirit.
I thought of you hard the whole time. You can see more than just us at the Barbie movie. You also get photos of the tarot card readings we do in every episode, the beautiful altar setups we make new and different and fresh for every episode, and lots of other backstage shenanigans.
You can find our website or our link tree in the episode description. And have a creepy ass day.
See you next Tuesday.
Unless I flee the country.
Don't get possessed by a murdering alien.
I don't like it. You heard my idea.
What was it?
Wolves with scalpels.
Wolves with scalpels, yeah.
Honestly, maybe your theory is not awesome if UFOs seems like the more plausible and normal explanation.
Now I'm picturing wolves with scalpels on their fingers, wolf scalpel paws.
Yeah, I'm just seeing them with loops. They've got a prescription pad.
I think we have a movie on our hands.
I mean, it's at
Netflix
minimum.
Show? Netflix show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Limited series.
Limited. Yeah.
TM.
That's where the money is, my dude.
Oh, God. If you're a frequent PNW Haunts and Homicides listener, you probably already know we're Birdie ambassadors.
We wanted to take a quick moment to tell you a little bit more about this awesome product.
Birdie is the modern personal safety alarm made for women by women.
In a situation where you feel threatened or unsafe, you can simply activate Birdie's loud siren and flashing light to create a diversion.
Birdie is perfect to carry anytime because the device is lightweight and comes in a variety of colors.
So important. Use our ambassador link and coupon code PNW Haunts and Homicides to receive 10% off your purchase. Like our social media handles, the coupon code is all spelled out, no special characters.
You can find the link and promo code in our show notes or PNW Haunts and Homicides link tree.
Have a safe ass day.